Sunrise Extra Tuesday. Back to work Tuesday. After the holiday.
Vacation. You guys were at the beach. You hung out and just chilled.
I'm still recovering from all the campfire and fireworks smoke. But yeah, the coast was great. It was perfect weather. 4th of July was perfect weather yesterday while we were packing up, and we had a few rain showers and stuff, but I don't know. I think we got tan on accident somehow out there, but it was great. Showing the little one the tide pools and s'mores and all that good stuff.
The boys are bailing today. Drew's on vacation. You actually ran into him, right?
Drew and I were in Pacific City for a 2-day window of the same time. So yeah, it was great. And Rod's kind of feeling under the weather. So it's just the ladies and you.
Exactly.
So we are talking about work.
And he gets sick.
It's shocking, right? They do help. Okay, so we're talking about work.
Yes.
Because over the weekend, tell me about the article that you saw.
Oh, okay.
And then I saw something similar.
Let me pull it up. I was just kind of perusing through, was it Twitter? And this is from Oregon Live. They posted a survey, and the headline was great because it says, 8-hour workday is a holdover of old ways. Research suggests that 5 hours of office time is the sweet spot. And they were basically saying that 5 hours is about all anybody can concentrate. And even sometimes less people can concentrate.
What was the 3-hour thing? You're really only very productive for 3 hours?
3 hours. Let's see. Gosh darn it.
Do you guys find that true?
You know what? I wish we could start our day like that, because I feel really on it first thing in the morning, and then kind of the energy goes or whatever, or you get interrupted or you have to do a million different things. So if I could get up and get right to what I needed to do, I think I'd be super productive.
Yeah. Even at 3 in the morning.
Well, even at 2:15 in the morning. I know, my gosh.
So 5-hour work days, that sounds great. I also read an article, Iceland, for 4 years, they did a study measuring about 2,500 public employees. So they worked for the city council in Reykjavik or the national government, but they tracked them in offices, preschools, social services, hospitals. So not everyone worked a 9-to-5 regular shift, but all kinds of work. They tracked them for 4 years. They gave them the same amount of pay, but they just had them work 35 hours a week, so 4 days a week basically, for the same amount of money, and productivity went up. People were happier, work-life balance was better. So now they say that it shows at least the public sector is ripe for a pioneer of this shorter work week. And now other countries are doing, I was just trying to find where those other countries are. Microsoft in Japan trialed a 4-day work week in 2019. Productivity went up 40%. A New Zealand permanently switched to a 4-day work week in 2018. Because they saw their productivity go up 20%. Companies around the world have tried shorter work weeks again and again.
So would you rather work
I think it sounds
5 days a week for 6 hours a day, or would you rather work 4 days a week for 10 hours a day? I would rather do the 4/10s. I would rather compress it. The first line of this also talks about 8-hour workday used to be the norm at the beginning of the century, but this has led to calls for a workday to be reduced to 5 or 6 hours, with proponents saying it would increase employee well-being and ultimately the productivity. But employee surveys is where that 3-hour thing came from. Employee surveys say, no, really, I'm only super productive about 3 hours a day. And so I love this. There was a 2019 survey out of Britain of 2,000 office workers. And so, as you could imagine, this is what they're copying to doing. They say checking social media, reading news websites, talking about out-of-work activities with our coworkers, making coffee and other hot drinks, taking smoking breaks, and also looking for new jobs. That has even snuck into the top 10 of why they're not productive.
Yeah.
So a variety of things.
Making hot drinks. I love that. I wonder if that's for all of the people who worked from home during the pandemic, do you think that would add more distraction to your work day than working at work?
If I was at home working, yes. I think that this survey...
You'd be like, oh, I'll just start the dishwasher real
Absolutely.
quick. I'll just put in a load of
Yes.
laundry,
So
which
you
is
don't
also
have a
nice,
chunk of
but then you don't
time.
have all that stuff to do at the end of the day.
Yes, exactly.
If you're dinking off at work, you might as well be putting in a load of laundry dinking off at home.
I know we never really had that choice this time. We always reported
always.
to the station. But yeah, they tried this experiment, and that's what they said. The pandemic upended it because everybody was doing other things, so there was not just one chunk of time. I am notorious for leaving the newsroom and going into the upstairs office because sometimes I just want
Quiet.
total focus. And I feel like when I'm by myself, and Drew is hilarious, but oh my gosh, he is one that I would sit there and just talk to him all day because he's always, you know, off doing something. So sometimes I just need to shut the door and like focus.
That is very smart because there's too many dang monitors and TVs, you know, where we work. So it is very...
Daryl Haynes is teasing us. He said he'd rather, or she, I'm not sure, 3 10s.
3 10s.
4 10s. Yeah, that would be even better. I'll give you that.
Jennifer Taft, good morning to you. She says, yeah, her too. Her prime time for work is before 4:30 p.m. I get up at 4 a.m. I'm way more productive early in the day. Jeff Lucas, would Thursday be the new Friday?
I think it
probably
would.
for a lot of people, yeah.
And Kenneth wants shorter work week with shorter days. Do we all just agree we don't want to work?
No kidding.
I think that is the
income.
biggest thing. Exactly, right? Becca says longer days, shorter week. And Kansi says shorter work week. I think the 4 10s is perfect.
My husband does 4 10s. Yeah,
And
it's a long day. It's a really long day. I mean, he gets to work at 6:30 in the morning, and he's done at 5. But I think the first hour of they work out. He works for the fire department, so he works out in the morning, which is great. He gets that done, and then I think it's like 7:30 he starts work.
Well, I mean,
And he
he's gotta
loves
be
having Friday off.
fit and in shape, so that is something that they are promoting fitness-wise. And for us, we get paid to look at social media. We get paid to be
read
on
news
news
stories.
websites. So it's like we don't get in trouble for that, like some people might.
That non-productive time is, I guess you could
It's critical.
argue as that's part of our job. When sometimes I'm just scrolling Twitter. Yes, exactly. When it's slow. But I don't know. 4 10s. I think I would rather work shorter days. I don't really mind working 5 days a week, but it would be nice to.
I feel like
be
sometimes
doing it less.
I know you've got.
But sometimes I feel like you can't fit everything in. Like I need.
That
to
is
do
correct. But you've got a little one at home. So I know you have to be certain places to pick her up from school. But now that I don't have to do that anymore, I find that sometimes if I'm working on a project, my alarm will go off at 2:15. I'll come in here, I'll do my regular day, I'll, start writing, not quite finished, and then I'll end up staying until, 2:15 p.m. So that is hard. That's where I
Yes.
feel like I'm working 10 hours.
Yes.
Or 11 hours, but 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. No kidding.
Let's see, Renee Robertson, good morning back at ya. She says, hey y'all, need to open the stream even if you're not going to be on here so I can at least say good morning to Jennifer, Joshua, Stanford, and Willie and the rest of the Sunrise Gang. What does she mean? Even if you're not going to be on here?
I don't know.
We're here. Renee.
We're here.
Where are you? Can't you see us?
Yeah, no kidding.
Dexter wants
producer
to do
chair.
4 10s.
Okay.
Longer days, shorter work week, has worked for different agencies, less travel time too. That's from Carolyn.
Yep. Producer Jared, he works on our digital side of things. He's monitoring this right now, and he works for our website and our app and everything. So he's writing on the KGW account. You could see him. He says, I've worked from home since the pandemic started. Keep in mind, he has 4 kids, and my wife and I both work full-time from home, so there's plenty of distractions. But I found that you have to be self-sufficient. You need to treat your workday just like a regular work day at work. During your work hours, it's work time, not dishes time or laundry time or play with the kids time. It works great for me, and I'm able to stay just as focused, if not more, than if I was at the office, and then have more time with the family and do things around the house after work is over. That's a really good attitude, Jared.
And then Stanford Walker says, this pandemic has changed my mind. I would love a 5-hour workday. We need to change a lot of our outdated work policies. Working from home is what I love. I think if you are disciplined, that is the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't have little ones, or if you make other arrangements, somebody's there to watch them, because I would feel that pull. It's like, oh, there's always one more thing to do, something around the house. But if you could have your little office and everybody's like, no, Nina is like, mama's gone, that would be good.
I get very distracted. And I kind of do well with the pressure of like the managers, being able to, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I am working. Yes. I need to get back to doing that. And sometimes I'll have to turn my phone over, turn it on silent, turn it over so I don't see a screen light up with something. I'll have to close my work email so it doesn't chime.
Yes.
And to just like, but I know now all of that about myself. Gosh, doing homework like young as a kid, so distracted. I would stay up, fall asleep like on my worksheet, or on homework, because I just was dinking off.
Yeah, no, but that is true. These gadgets are made to distract us and to keep us hooked in. So putting them far away, I mean, that is true every time. And I should do that. I don't turn off my alerts. So even if it's silent, I see that little thing pop up.
Yeah, and then you're just like, I'll just check it real quick.
Exactly.
But yeah, it stops you.
So one of the downsides that they found in this survey is that when people worked more compressed hours and were more focused, they were less interactive, and that the team dynamic was a problem, right? It just kind of took a
not as creative, or you don't get to know
social
people
exactly,
where you can maybe float a crazy idea, or you have that kind of rapport with somebody.
Yes,
because you're just like, I gotta get this done in 5 hours.
I know, but some days I feel that way.
Well,
anyway.
it's clearly not going to work. Like it's not going to work for our business when. News has to be done 24 hours a day. I mean, I guess you just stagger shifts with different people, but
let's see.
It's not going to work for every business.
Michael, I had Friday through Sunday off the first half of my 22 years with the bank until taking a position that no longer allowed it. My work-life balance was so much better then. It left a day just for chores or appointments.
That is having some time off during like business hours.
Yep. 100%.
Drop off dry cleaner, go to the bank, or do something that you need to do while places are open.
When I started in this business, I worked, I guess Monday, Tuesday were my days off, like way back in the day. And I was super productive because you're right. Or even, this, when you're off 12:30, you can do all your errands.
Yes,
and you never
that's
have to
nice.
think about, oh, this is closed, or,
that is true. Mindy Wolf, her kids do school they have 4, what am I trying to say? My kids do 4 school days. So I now work 4 days. We love having Fridays off. I did 2 12-hour days and 2 8-hour days. Now I'm still home because of the pandemic, and I alternate work and home responsibilities on my 4 work days. Still get all my work done. It's not as clear cut.
Jeff Lucas. I vote to expand the week to 8 days, 5 work, 3 weekend.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
I like that. Tim Lang is like 4 10s or 3 12s. I would do a 3 12.
Ugh.
I would absolutely do 12. I could.
12 hours.
Yeah, I could do it.
Yeah. You're really not productive. I just don't think people are going to be productive. That's too long.
No, I could do it. Oh, 4 days off? Are you kidding me?
Willy Huey.
Lovely.
It's hard to do shorter work weeks with industry, like the dairies. Those milk bowls won't milk themselves. No, they won't, Willie.
Were you here?
New shifts.
Were you here for that? I think you were gone.
Oh, was that a joke?
We had a little issue with bulls and cows and which was which, and.
Oh no! Who didn't know?
None of us did. We were all saying the wrong thing.
Bulls are boys. They don't have milk.
Let's see. Laura Lawrence says shorter work week with shorter days.
Yeah.
Amanda says definitely a shorter week.
Jeff Lucas, England celebrates July 3rd as Dependence Day. That's funny.
Let's see, what else do we have? Did we get all of them?
Oh yeah, it's because you guys didn't have a show yesterday. That's right. Because it was only Brenda. She was here by herself. I was off. Drew was off. Rod was probably here.
Yeah, it was Rod and I. We held down the fort.
And then you voted, let's not do this today.
Celeste says, shorter week with longer hours. I commute from Milwaukee to Salem.
Oh,
so
wow.
one less day saves a good chunk of money and wear and tear on my car.
No kidding. Yeah.
I like it.
I could do that. I would like just the option of working some days remote from home. Like just that. I'll take 5 days a week, whatever, same hours, but the option to be like, today I'm gonna work from home. And you got your like setup there, and then, you know, I have some stuff to do, or I need to be here at this point, like right after work.
Could we do that after the show? Or maybe we could do every other day. We'll do the show. And then every other day we'll work from home.
Yeah.
I can't speak. I
Think have a rotating cast.
Right? Would you go for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You say no?
Work. Well, I just
We could
it's not
pitch it.
Reality. It's not reality.
It's not reality until we make it so.
I know.
Come
true.
on now, Nina. Think outside the box.
Mindy Wolf says watching people with 312s then spend one day off recovering from their work days. Yeah, it's like firefighter schedules. A lot of them work like one 24-hour shift on, and then they have 2 days off. And the first day, a lot of times, you know, they're up all night with medical calls or whatever. And so the first morning, they're grouchy and they sleep, you know. And then you have 1 day off, and then it's back to work. So, yeah.
I still want to try it.
24 hours.
Stanford is kind of like in no boys, just the two of us. Yeah.
Stanford.
Girl power today.
Stanford. What did he say?
Sometimes you gotta.
Wine breaks working from home are the best, he also says. Yes, you can start that 5 o'clock earlier.
He's a man after my own heart. He does like his wine.
Veronica, thanks for watching. She says, I love this part of the news. Everyone gets to share their idea. Yes, that's what this little show is. Somebody on YouTube, William Ty, good morning. He says, what is this? What is this show? And Jared, our digital producer, says, this is the online-only news show. It's not really news. We just chat.
Yeah, we do.
We read your
comments chat with you,
on
exactly.
Our devices.
Sheila Speck says some jobs not good for a short week with long hours. When my husband worked at a paper making company, the long hours were not good on his health.
Yeah, I think we do need to do something, and I think, you know, the pandemic has really spurred this on. It's interesting that Iceland did this study from 2015 to 2019, so it had nothing to do with coronavirus. But yeah, they were just testing this in the public sector, and it's just like, I think some private companies, the bigger, more progressive ones, will definitely switch because they want to attract, you know, top talent. And yeah, it's not going to work for hardly everyone.
But for the ones that it does work for, more power to them.
Yeah.
Michelle wants to get us off track. She's thinking that we need a little day drinking.
Okay.
On this, with this little format.
Okay.
Little mimosas.
What did you have? Let's change the subject for a second. What was it? Did you have any fun drinky poos over the 4th of July?
Oh, we did. As
What'd
a
you
matter
make?
of fact, we checked out a place in Clackamas County. It was our 7-year anniversary.
Oh, that's right.
So Saturday we went to the Stone Cliff Inn. It's right over the Clackamas River.
Yeah.
It's a log cabin, like tucked up in the hills.
Yeah.
Delicious food.
Yeah.
Their bartender Ryan, we didn't know what we wanted to drink, so we were like, we went a little before the reservation and sat at the bar, and I said, dealer's choice. What do you make well? And so he ended up and I don't like whiskey, but he made us this whiskey drink with a little muddled mint and some other. Oh my God, it was so good. So ask for Ryan at the Stone Cliff Inn, and tell him that Brenda sent you.
Yeah.
And so we had fun drinks there. We also found, I hadn't stopped by, we always drive by it, but it's kind of out in the country in Clackamas County, called the Viewpoint Inn. It's right next to it because they've got a beer garden. Great people, they brew their own beer locally, and it's all in the fir trees, and they've got like cornhole and stuff like that. And so we just hung out on Saturday and just chilled.
That's awesome.
Did you drink anything lovely?
I drank a lot of garbage. White Claw. You know, that's. I mean, like, you know, You're on the beach. It's basically like a
It's easy.
seltzer water.
Right, right.
Yeah, it's very easy. I was telling you, that I have fallen in love with this one cocktail mixing company. It's called Powell and Mahoney, and they make a mixer that I had seen before and finally just tried, and it's peach Bellini mix, like you would pour in with champagne or something. But on their website, they have these recipes, and I saved some, and one of them is called a Kentucky Peach Smash. It's bourbon, the peach Bellini mix, lemon juice, simple syrup, and mint. Shake it up over ice, and it is super yummy. The next one is with blackberries. You muddle blackberries, and it's white rum, the Bellini mix, and lime juice. And then you put fresh blackberries in the top, but it has kind of the fruit mixed in with the citrus and the peach, and it sounds super, it's not sweet at all, but it was great. And so that, I don't really make cocktails I'll mix two, bourbon and ginger ale,
Right.
or
I never know what to make.
gin and tonic or something,
Right,
but never
right.
recipes.
Yes.
And so that was super fun. So we had those before.
Joshua Madrid, our resident
Yeah.
bartender, we keep talking about getting together.
Oh, yeah.
and
Does
doing
he say anything?
Sunrise Extra cocktails.
Is he here? I
Morning
haven't seen him
brunch.
today.
No, I haven't either.
Okay. I want to know what Joshua thinks.
Jennifer
of that
Taft is
company.
calling
What'd
us
she say?
Hoda and Kathy Lee.
Well, the boys aren't here today. We can talk
my
about this stuff.
gosh. Oh, Veronica says you have to try the food in Willamina Wildwood and Coyote Joe's.
We
Very
just drove
yummy.
through Willamina, coming back from Pacific City, through
McMinnville,
Salem.
Sheridan, Willamina. I think, we're back. I'm just all these comments are sprinkled throughout. David is getting back to business.
Okay. What is
He
that?
says, I think 30 to 32 hours should be full time. So 4 8-hour days for them and 3 whole days for you. Yeah, we should work to live, not live to work. Mwah. Totally agree.
I wish.
God, it doesn't really work that way though, does it? We have it backwards. Maybe we do. Maybe the Europeans are onto something. We need a
They
little,
always are, aren't they?
Like afternoon
Yeah,
siesta
they
or
sleep
something.
after
Right?
after lunch. I don't know, those heavy meals at lunchtime, it does make you sleepy. Anyways. Everyone agrees we all just need to have a bar crawl / a meetup, meet and greet over our favorite drinks. Yes. I want to go back to this. Somebody was saying their mother, Jennifer says her aunt works as a wind turbine monitor. She
Oh.
works crazy long hours, but then is off for 4 days. So it's 4 days on 7 days off with lots of vacation. That's kind of cool.
Too many people are weighing in with the drink ideas. We have got to make that happen. Seriously. Michelle's talking about a bartender in Portland called Fabio, made the most fantastic Starburst tasting drink.
Oh. Is it good? It must be.
No, she said it was lovely. She said, they are
it's called a
dangerous, but
supernova.
delicious.
At Punch Bowl Social.
There you go.
Fabio.
That's awesome.
Funny.
All right, girl, we got to run.
Okay, you guys, thanks for tuning in. This is our back to work edition of talking about how we can not work. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great Tuesday.